Good morning. Just talking to Dad. He's getting the field cultivator checked over, changing some shovels, and ready to go. Wished him a happy birthday. Today is my dad's birthday. And he's off to go work some chiseled corn stalks down to keep the bean planter moving, although Phil's got enough to keep him busy today already, so that is good. We're gonna go plant plots, which is gonna be a slow process, but we'll get them done. Uh-oh, we got a problem. Just looking at all this dust and what's going on, and we got oil. I think we've got a leaking vac motor. Crap. All right, well, we got to fix that. So this is the vacuum fan that creates the suction for our seed plates to suck the seed to the individual plates, and it runs on hydraulic oil, and clearly we have a leak. This might mean a call to the dealer, because I don't know if I have the time or the ability or the parts to fix it. It might be quicker, faster, and almost cheaper to just throw a new one on rather than try and fix it. Let's see what we're dealing with here. All right, well, I did talk to the dealer. It's pretty simple change. You just pull the hoses, pull the bolts, change the motor, and you're done. We got to take the shroud apart and stuff. So problem is I don't have a motor. They have one at the dealership. I need it. And so we're going to go see if Dad is willing to run up there and get it for us, because I don't have time and I need it ASAP. So I'm gonna run and go get him. I hope that he'll go. We are plenty ahead on tillage at this point that, you know, shutting the field cultivator down for an hour or two is not a big deal. Keeping the planter shut down for an extra 2 hours is. So let's go.
Big tractor action shots are always good.
All right, I've got it somewhat apart. We gotta take the fan blade off yet and then separate the motor, but you can see how nasty and gunky it is. That's all from the oil that's been leaking internally there. This is the impeller that spins, creates the vacuum, and it just pukes oil out everywhere when it leaks, so we gotta get it apart. Dad's on his way to get our new one, so. All right, well, we got the impeller off. Here's our motor. It's leaking around that shaft. Has to be in there somehow, something, I don't know. That's getting replaced, so we need to do a lot of cleaning and make sure everything is ready to go back together when Dad gets back. Brock's here. Good morning, Brock.
Good morning.
Okay, I think we've got everything cleaned up and put back together as much as possible until we get a motor. We've got to mount the motor to this, then put the impeller on, then the whole unit goes back on. It should only take us 10 minutes to put it back together once Dad gets back. So we're going to keep getting stuff ready to do the plot. We've got to empty the seed out of the planter and get a little bit more in there to plant the end rows and stuff. Both my agronomist Wade and my sales rep Tony are down in the seed warehouse getting stuff ready, getting the varieties all organized, the labels, all of that stuff. So we're gonna go empty the planter out. All right, well, we've got our fertilizer loaded. We've got the seed, a little bit of seed in there that we need to plant some ends. Don't overdo it though. And our new motor on and installed. Sorry, time to film. Here's one. And we need some wrenches, just tightening hoses up, and then we're ready to go. Finally, we are planting. So we got to do some end rows. I'm going to put one pass along this edge as a buffer. We're going to plant our back end rows. We'll make a pass up on the other side, do some along the front, and then we'll start in on the plot stuff, and I'll explain all of that as we go. Okay, finally, we're rolling on this plot. It's going well. So I don't put end rows along the back side of the barn. The rows go straight out to the grass, so we turn around in the grass and everything. We're on entries 5 and 6. We do 8-row entries here, and basically what we're doing for a test plot. Let me explain. So within the Golden Harvest brand, the seed that I sell, there are lots of different varieties or hybrids of corn. And so we're planting basically strips of all or a lot of those different varieties in order to compare them to one another, to know which ones work best in our soil types and our weather conditions in this given year. And so That's what we're doing. Every time we get to the end of the field, we stop, we get out, we empty out the meters, we take all the seed out of them, we put different varieties in, we plant a strip, do it all over again. So it's a lot of in and out, it takes a lot of time, but the data that we get off of it is invaluable, and comes in super handy for selling seed and for just knowing what to plant on my own farm, to be honest. So what we're doing on the end here is emptying all the rows out. Brock's got our other thing from the other planter, so I'll show you as he's doing one. I already got my side done. But that little bucket hooks on there, open the vacuum door, pull the seed plate out, push all the seed out of there, and then put the plate back in, close it up, put the door on, latch it, and then Tony's gonna come in, or Wade, and put the new variety in there so that we're ready to plant. It does not take much to get from one end of the field to the other, so the hoppers are only about that full. Golden Harvest does provide me with this seed, the plot seed, in order to plant this variety trial for them in exchange for the data that we give them. And they are mini bags, so they are 25,000 kernel bags. Normally a bag is 80,000, so they're about a third of a unit. And that's plenty to plant what we're doing here. In fact, those all have the leftover in them that we'll use somewhere else, either down to Berkey or whatever. Well, having lots of people makes this go quite a bit faster, so having 4 of us here with Brock and Tony. We're done with the variety trials. Well, the last one going in right now. We're going to do some agronomic trials over here. The first thing we're going to do is a population study. We've got 2 hybrids that we're going to plant at varying populations to show how they respond differently. So getting that set up. I don't remember what else we're going to do with the corn trials, but we got some cool stuff going on in here. All right, we are done with the corn. We kind of ran out of seed before we were able to finish that field because it's fine. We'll finish it later. But the plot stuff is all done. I was just trying to finish filling in the rest of the field. I can't do this one-handed. We're converting the planter over to do beans. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So bean plates are going in. We had to change some stuff on the doors and the brushes inside, get all the corn out of it, and now we're going to go do the bean plot over there. Well, it's getting to be an awfully nice day to be screwing around doing plots, but it is a good thing to get these done and out of the way. So we're cruising through the bean plot, I don't know, maybe half done or so, and I'm gonna try and get this done as quick as possible. It's 2 o'clock already, and we've planted all of 10 to 15 acres today. Not good, but we had to fix that vac motor, and these plots just take time. So we'll still get something done once we get through here. Dad went to Berkey to go check on the ground down there and see if maybe we could go there either later this afternoon or tomorrow with the tillage equipment, and then get there to plant shortly. Soybean variety trials and seed treatment trials are done and planted, which means we're using the seed that's in the tanks for the rest of the field here, or until it runs out. We're doing population trial right now, so we're planting one half of the planter at 100,000, the other half at 140,000, and we did the last strip over there, the last 8 rows, at 60,000. And we're going to try and replicate this, but we're also going to throw a little bit of a sulfur study here. So we've got straight ATS, ammonium thiosulfate, in our liquid tank on the planter there. So we're going to run a trial with some different rates of that. Okay, the plots are done. Huge thank you to agronomist Wade, sales rep Tony, to Brock. He helped us all day as well. We've gotten a ton done. Haven't covered much ground, but we got all those plots in, and that's a big deal. So I am finishing up the bean field now. We're going to finish planting what we've got in this particular field. Then we've got to clean the planter out, put the corn plates back in, get it switched back over to corn. We've got a little bit to finish up in that cornfield, and then we're going to go plant some more corn tonight. But yeah, we're not going to have a huge acres day today, but we're getting stuff done, and I'm really happy about that. So, 4:45. Feels later than that. But also like I haven't gotten anything done. Oh, there's a big rock. We'll hit the rock button and it'll leave a flag there. Brock can come back and get that one. It appears I finally gotten a chance to catch up on the comments from yesterday's video. It appears you guys, for the most part, are all fine with the longer videos. That or the people that aren't bothering to comment. So I won't worry about it too much, but I'll still try. I try really hard to keep them under a half an hour. But when we're busy like this, things get longer. So this one's probably short, so I can film lots tonight. So I had to stop and throw a few more bags of beans in. I threw some on the platform there just in case I still didn't have enough. It's hard to know because they're not full bags, so you don't know how much is in them, and I don't know how much I need to finish the field. It appears we've got, it says 1.04 acres remaining. Oh, but I've got some overlap, some stuff that we double planted, so probably 2 or 3 acres is all. This little point over here, and then we clean it out and get ready for beans, which is going to take a little while. We're going to get there. We're going to do another 40 acres of corn tonight, and that might be all we get, but it is what it is. All right, last pass of this field. There can't be much beans left in the tanks, but I didn't have to add any. And we're done. Done planting beans with this tractor and planter for the year. That's it. 24 acres. All right, time to go empty and switch back to corn. Well, the seed warehouse looks different. That customer came and got his beans yesterday, them 2 big long rows, all the ones that were sitting over there. Those are all boxes that we've gotten empty that Phil has planted. Oh, she's clearing out. That's a good thing. All right, I've got the seed out of the tanks and out of the row units. We've got to change the knockout wheels, scrapers on these vacuum doors to take this scraper out and put the knockout wheels in, and they're in the gator down at the farm. So I think we're just going to drive down there and do it. We'll fold up and take it down there, and then while we're loading up everything else, we can work on that. Okay, we are loaded up. We've got enough fertilizer. There's a little bit on the planter yet we need to let drain back in and mix. And we've got some seed. We've got enough seed for really the next 3 fields, really. So we're good there. I've got about a half an hour until it is time to quit for my dad's birthday dinner, which we are going to quit for tonight, and at least take a break. So it's already been an unproductive day. Might as well make it less productive. No, it's we need to stop for it, but we need to keep moving too. So, but what we can do is go down and finish that little bit around the plot. There's only 3 acres there, maybe something like that. And we'll come back and do dinner. We've got a half hour, so we got plenty of time. Back to normal, pulling the tank. It is kind of nice to plant without that, but necessary for most cases for now. All right, plot fields are both done, finally. So it is now like 6:23. It's time for dinner, so we're gonna fold up, head up to the house, get some fuel before we go out tonight, and we're gonna get 42 more acres done tonight. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, see that cloud of dust over there? That is some fertilizer getting spread for us, finally. I shouldn't be too upset, but that was a wheat stubble field. That's where we put tile last summer. They didn't want to spread it in the fall and bounce over the tile lines. I totally understand that. I get it. They wanted us to chisel it and let it overwinter, and then they said they would spread it in the spring before we got to field work and stuff. And it's taken a while. The field's been ready to be spread for a while. There's been several opportunities to do it, and I called about it a few days ago, and they're finally getting to it. And that's where we wanted to go this morning, first thing, and it's just now getting the fertilizer spread. So we're gonna try and get that one worked up tonight yet. I don't know if Dad's gonna do it or if I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna plant 40 acres and get that ready to go in the morning.
All right, should we sing?
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandpa.
You old guy, you.
Happy birthday to you.
Let me think.
And then 4. want to do it again? Do it again. At least I got it done the first
Goofy
time.
Grandpa.
Make a wish. Count to 3.
Get him, Brayson!
Get this. Hurry.
Get this one,
Brayson, get it!
Do we need to do it one more
You
time
want
for
to do it one
Grayson?
more for you?
Par for the course.
They're too hard.
Gotta split a little bit more.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a good dinner. Cake, ice cream. Let's go plant corn. Back planting, getting this field started here. This is the last of the cover crop stale seed bed fields that we are going to have. So no spring tillage work done here. We planted that oats and radish cover crop. You can see this one's pretty green. We've got a lot more stuff growing out here. I don't like that, but we'll get it sprayed and get that stuff killed off here real fast. Competition for corn is bad. You do not want any other green stuff in the field when this corn's coming out of the ground. And so hopefully we'll get it taken care of quickly. But we haven't had time to do any spraying yet. Dad's been working with the tillage and just trying to keep everything moving, and it's making it hard to get some of the other stuff done that we need to do. Doing some endros here. Why you suppose that barn has 3 massive AC units sitting outside of it? Huh, how about that? And that barn has at least 2, maybe 3 of them just on the south side of it over there too. It's an awful lot of AC power. Huh. They must get really high in the summer. I mean, really, really high. So I don't know if you guys can see it. You can't now because he's over there by them trees. There's a neighbor out planting beans there. And that's good because it means other people are going too. We're not the only ones out here. But do you know what else it means? It means we have a light game challenger tonight. You may or may not know that we're playing, but it's going down. It is it is conceivable and looking likely that we might lose this game. I know it doesn't look that dark, but it's starting to get dark. Like, no lights. Come on, man. Turn your lights on. Turn your lights on. I want to win. Come on. He makes that turn. Heads the other way. He's got all the other end of the field before he needs lights. We'll make one more turn. One more turn. Just so you can see what it's more realistically like. Looks like. Not that dark. But yeah, it's getting dark. Like that. Oh! Changed my mind. Never mind. We got her. Was like 10 seconds after that last clip. Saw him pop on. Okay. Now we can turn ours on. There we go. It's for fun, guys. I sit here for a lot of hours. It's for entertainment and fun. Relax. Filling in the last partial pass here. And we got another field run knocked out. Another one. Finally got one done today. I mean, it is our 3rd field. We just haven't covered a lot of acres. Plots take time. Have I mentioned how much plots take time? Oh well. So we are just about done. We're going to head back to the farm. We're not going to go anywhere else to plant corn tonight because, well, I don't really have anywhere else to go. We are caught up with the tillage. And so that becomes a priority now. We need to keep the tillage moving. Dad did get a lot of stuff done today, but it was all corn stalks that are going to beans. So, I have a, I have a box of beans that a customer is going to come and pick up tomorrow. And I need to get them treated. It's that one that we're over-treating, and it needs done, so I think I'm going to go back and do that right now so that it is done and out of the way. After I get that done, we may go do some tillage. We may get the field cultivator running so that we've got something we can plant in the morning. That said, it's 9:30, and I don't know if at 10:30 at night I'm going to feel like jumping in a tractor and going to a field. So we may call it a early night tonight, and we'll deal with tomorrow. All right, well, we were getting set up to do some treating. One box. We're gonna do one box. And we're not even putting our Cruiser Max Vibrance on it. This is the only box of the year that I don't put the base treatment on. We are using up some Saltro. This is actually left over from last year. I had enough in there to do exactly one box. Like it was 28.4 and I had 28.4 ounces. So we've got it mixing up. It is in this tank. It's pink now, but it's white. The chemical is very white. But it's picking up residue from the cruiser tank. We'll add a little extra cruiser to the box for the guy. But I put just the Saltro and some water in there. We need the water to dilute it to get good coverage because the use rate on this is 0.71 fluid ounces per unit. I need like 3 ounces per unit to get good coverage. So we've added some water. We've got to get our rates set in our computer, put the box up there and push go. Well, they look about like they always do. So the pre-treated beans, the beans that come from Golden Harvest already treated, all have the glitter on them. So I've turned the glitter applicator on. We'll use up a little bit that's in there and give them a fresh coat just to keep them looking good. But yeah, that looks nice. All right, well, we got that one done. So we'll come back out here in the morning. I've got it sitting over there drying. Goes in that box next to it. We'll come back out in the morning and transfer that over and get it ready and set out so that when the customer comes, they can find it and load it themselves in case I'm not around. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Hit that like and subscribe button. Questions and comments, leave them down below. We're going to try and plant some more corn tomorrow. We're going to plant more corn tomorrow. I don't entirely know what the plan is and where we're going and stuff. I know where the first field is, and we got to get the tillage done and let that happen. So might be a little bit of a slow start tomorrow. We might do some tillage tomorrow morning. I don't know. We'll see. But we're making really, really good progress. We are well over halfway done with our corn at this point. Phil's gotten a ton of beans planted, so he's doing really well there. Things are progressing quite quickly, and we're doing really, really well. So see you tomorrow.